a fight for the right to be number one. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some. That kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the ground, this is Jackson. 30, past the 20, touchdown LA! Justin Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Undercrutch, undercrutch, undercrutch.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The numbers on Moss from last week's game, 23 carries, 89 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 20 carries, 74 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the #4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that Mike Pouncey is one of the best centers in the league. And to me, he helped usher in that new wave of centers. Agile, able to get to the 2nd level and block people downfield, able to pull like a guard and get out in front of ball carriers, and pass protects really well, helps keep his quarterbacks clean.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw is Rivers. Complete. Smith has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones?
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it's going to be second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. Double tight, guys, double tight. 36.
Rivers out quickly here to Allen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Rivers, and that's going to be incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To the air again here, Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short. On 3rd down, it's Moss. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
There we go.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like who's going to make the play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Throwing Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
To try again after the sack. Rivers able to get this to Gordon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know you felt that one.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now here's Mahomes.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the carry, Thompson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. But yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt...
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Good job.
Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. It's Hill. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Chargers touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Chargers 31, Chiefs 3.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
they have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got Thompson here, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw, and he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
All day, baby, all day. 390, 380.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Rivers on first down. It's complete to Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Rivers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll throw again, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's the veteran Phillip Rivers who's up to his old tricks. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gordon.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important.
Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jerry Tillery coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Rivers on the money, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. The false start hurts them there a bit, backs them up to 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 3.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
On first down, it's Moss. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Moss. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Switch up, switch up.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Offense.
3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Moss. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Mahomes. He's got it complete to Thompson. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
4 down, check. 4 down.
And again, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
It's Kelsey on the ground. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Watch the run.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
58.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to go. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready, black 15. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Showing it.
On second down, it's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw is Rivers. And it's complete. Henry, 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Hey.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The Chargers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Rivers now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Rivers, he's got it to Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. To throw, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That's on the veteran tackle, Mitchell Schwartz. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Mahomes to throw, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gordon.